Hi, everybody. We're just gonna chill, hang. There we go. How's everyone doing? I haven't had dinner, and you all know I just went to the grocery store. So I have snacks. It's a snack stream. How's everyone doing? Yeah, I mentioned this in the Discord, but we've been stuck inside our houses for like 5 days because there is just a very intense layer of ice over everything here in Portland. So yeah, I had the opportunity to go in my cousin's car that is a little better for driving in snow and to go to the grocery store, and I was like, I gotta do it. So it was really chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like the beginning of COVID. Everyone was just like kind of frenzied and didn't want to be there and was a little stressed out. So yeah, happy I made it. My consolation prize is that at the checkout, they had these. Have you ever had these? They're so yummy. I got a big bag of those. I'm trying to stash them so I don't eat the whole bag. They're very yummy, very sour. And then I'm counteracting the sweetness with Trader Joe's peanut butter pretzels. You ever wonder how they make these? Yeah, so it's like for sure snowy and icy everywhere, but I don't know why the city hasn't invested in the infrastructure, because it's becoming much more frequent that, ice storms and snowstorms are happening, but like they really only plow like the major streets. So if you're on a side street or like you're not prepared in your driveway, and everyone thought we knew there would be ice, like we were anticipating it, but like only for like a day. And it's been like 4 days. So yeah, it's a little crazy. And like I had like yak tracks or like the clamp on things so that you can walk better in ice, but like we haven't needed them since moving here from Massachusetts. I don't remember getting rid of them, but we cannot find them, and everyone has bought them, so there's none in stores. It's just like there's a lot going on, But I thought I would tell you all about all my projects and updates from my swatching live stream earlier this week. So yeah. Yeah, -13 is really freaking cold. So yeah, what are you all knitting on? Tell me what you're working on. And thanks for coming to hang out. We had fun at the live stream earlier this week, so I was like, I'm eager to do another one, especially because I'm feeling a little isolated. Hi, Sarah. Yeah, I'm happy you're all here. I hope you're staying warm. Thank you. I'm also glad I survived the grocery store. There was a lot of like bewildered looks between strangers. Do you know what I mean? Like when you're like, oh God, why are we here right now? I sort of like, so I went with my cousin because she has like snow tires, and still getting out of our dang driveway was sketchy. It's very narrow and pretty steep. And so we like went out, and I was like there with her, and like, we kept like, we were like going through the aisles, and then we'd like run into each other. And I was like, I've blacked out. I don't even know what I've ended up with. I don't know what I have. And when I got home, I was like, I have 3 different kinds of broccoli. It's one of those things where it's like, what do we even, like, what do I even want right now? And easy, comforting. India, you work in a school, and each night my friends and I were like waiting for our districts to call the weather day. Ended up with a week off. Yeah, that's, I definitely did not intend. I had a bunch of shifts that I had picked up this week, and like I went in on Monday. There was like a slight break in the weather, and then couldn't go in Wednesday, and then was supposed to go in today, and I can't back my car out of the driveway. I can't get to my car. I can't get into my car, and I can't back out of the driveway. Yeah, I wish this was snow, because snow is like so much easier to deal with. But yeah, we've got like an inch of ice on our driveway. But regardless, it's just that time of year. It doesn't really feel nice to be stuck inside our homes in the dark. I finally finished my husband's socks I was working on last stream. Now I'm finishing some much needed fingerless mitts. Oh, amazing. My God, does he love them? Are they already gifted to him, or are you saving them for a special occasion? I found out today that my windshield wipers are no longer working. That's not good. Yeah, I need to replace mine actually, but winter's no joke, man. Does anyone recognize what I'm working on? I basically just worked on this knitting stockinette all day while reading fanfic. Good day. Ooh. Yeah, and please, I really want to know what you're working on. So if you missed that, working on spinning some undyed merino, my supported spindle. Ooh. He's got to wait for his birthday the 4th, otherwise I have nothing for him. That's not a long wait. That seems like a reasonable wait to me. Is it merino from your sheep, Chris? I'm assuming it is. I made an appointment with the shop to look at them. Or maybe they're just frozen, who knows? Yeah, I mean, it's been so cold. And I feel like when, because it's basically like a piece of rubber, right? I felt like in Boston I had the issue where when it got too cold, my my windshield wipers would like, the rubber would like get fucked up. Working on a sleeve for my Yoon sweater. Got to try it on in the east so far. It's so cozy. Oh my God. I can't remember what yarn you're using, because you were talking about this in the chat last time. And are you holding mohair with it? DRK everyday sweater. I'm holding her Surrey with it. Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be luxe. Heather's cross stitching. Shared the whip pic in the Discord server. Books and cats, basically. Oh, I just saw that. That looks very complex. Whips? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's wild, Heather. It's gonna look so cute. Are you gonna hang it on your wall? Ooh. using Blue Sky Fibers worsted in October Sky. Yes. Oh, I love that. Was actually one of the yarns that I was considering using for mine, was Blue Sky Fibers. I was gonna do the color, I can't remember what the name of this color is, but they have this like mauve. Of course, I love a mauve, but it was like a mauvey, purpley pink that I love. I want to use that for something, maybe even a shawl at some point. Working on a cardigan test knit for Lydia Morrow out of Cory Confetti. Yeah. I actually just gave my ochre lot of Cory Confetti because I have a lot of ochre things. I had like started a sweater out of it, frogged it, and was holding on to the yarn, but Zoe was like, ooh, I keep hitting this stand with my phone on it. Zoe was like, my friend Zoe of Junebug and Darlin, anyway, was like, I really want some of this Cory Confetti, and I was like, you can just have mine, it's fine. I am snacking. I actually really don't like the sound of chewing, so I'm sorry if you can hear my chewing and it bothers you. I don't usually do that, but I was saying I need some snacks, and I've got peanut butter pretzels and some Nerds clusters. They're really doing it to me. They're a great combination right now. So I was talking about in the last live that I've been feeling really burnt out, pretty uninspired, but I wanted to cast on a sweater, and that's why I was swatching on the live stream, and now I'm feeling too inspired. So I did cast on. So after the live stream, I swatched for Kay's sweater, and everything looked great. So I decided to cast that on. I don't know what happened, but I knit my swatch in the size 6. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh my God, I'm freaking losing it. I did. So the pattern actually calls for a size 6 needle, but I wrote size 4 and 6, and so I just grabbed a 4, not thinking about it, knit the swatch in a size 4, and like perfectly got gauge. So I just am knitting the whole thing on a 4. It's a little tight on my hands, but most of it is stockinette, so it hasn't been too bad. But I've cast that on and knit an entire skein. So that's begun. Also, something rather unfortunate is that I have this little, like, I don't know, like little tin, I guess, of all of my stitch markers, and I cannot find it. So I really don't like using mismatched stitch markers, which is so goofy. But I can't find my matching stitch markers. So like all the stitch markers on here are all different, and it's actually really bothering me. So, fun fact about me. I don't know why it's bothering me as much as it is, but it is. And then I'm waiting for the yarn to come in the mail. Of course, we've barely gotten any mail because of the storm. And I bought it locally from, I bought it locally, so it's shipping, but like, even though normally it would probably take like a day to get here, it's been a week. And I'm like, it'll get here when it gets here, and it's not like a rush. That's kind of funny. Then I finally cast on the second sock of my hand spun mohair silk sock. So this was my Christmas Eve cast on, and it is this beautiful hand spun from Artifacts of Appreciation. Oh, like look at those colors, they're so good. And then I'm holding it double with a silk mohair, like a black silk mohair from Knitting for Olive. And then I triple held some reinforcement thread in the heel. I'm hoping this is enough to finish the sock. I don't know if it is. So anyway, I finally cast that on. We're knitting away on the second sock. And then last, but certainly not least, is this guy. Spin Cycle is hosting a plump, no, I'm sorry, not a plump, a muscle burra knit along. And I had some of, I have some of their yarn in my stash. So I was like, that sounds like a really nice project for me right now. And the colorway name for this is Cold Comfort. And it just felt very apropos for the icy weather that we are dealing with. So yeah, I've been just knitting on this since last night, making some progress. I think it looks pretty beautiful. And yeah, we're gonna go from there. Yeah, I know. I don't know what is up with stitch markers. So actually, I have these from like some stitch markers that I made at one point. I just have like a lot of these really cheap rings, and honestly, these are serving me better than a lot of other stitch markers that I usually use. So I'm gonna transfer out all of the hodgepodge stitch markers in that project for some of those guys because I can't deal. Welcome if you're new. We're just hanging out, knitting, talking about knitting. Oh, I may have to get up to let the dog in. Okay, I'm coming. Really? You have to pay the tax and say hi. Come here. Hi, say hi to everybody. Tell everybody that you're a little brat sometimes. Yeah, just a little one. Hi. Okay, do you want to go down? You kind of stink. Ugh. Okay, you're okay. She also benefited from my grocery store run because I got her some chewy teas, T-R-E-A-Ts, can't say the word because I don't have anything for her, because she's just been bored because we cannot physically take her on walks. So she says hi and now she's left. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, our pets are the best company. If not slightly bratty. I've been sent this video. I'm sure you all have come across it on your reels of someone making a hat with like one of those Addy circular knitting machines, and there's like a kitten sat in the middle and just like rotating with the machine knitting. It's pretty cute. I have seen it and been sent it many times. Yeah, knitting on a big project to keep you warm right now is good. I feel very grateful that we have not lost power, but like a lot of people I know have lost power. Joanne, has your power been pretty stable this week? I just saw a video of like someone trying to leave their house and literally sliding like down a hill, and his backpack is like still at the top of the hill, and his phone fell out of his pocket, and he like can't get back up the hill because it's so icy. You guys seen that video? So bad. I've been watching a lot of videos and like reading a lot of things about like the Stanley Cup craze. I posted that article on Instagram earlier, and I've been watching YouTube videos about people talking about it. It's fascinating. American culture is wild. Oh, I'm glad you only lost it very briefly. But yeah, this has been stressful. I've also learned that our house is pretty well insulated because this is the first winter we're at this place. And luckily, we haven't had any pipes freeze or anything. But we also know I am more of an Owala person than a Stanley person. My mom has a Stanley, like one of the big ass 40-ounce things. And we were going, kind of spontaneously going on a drive to go do some antiquing. And I was like, do you have a water bottle I can take with me? Because I like having water in the car. And she was like, here, you can take my Stanley. And I was like, but I will say that thing lasts. The water is in there for a long time. Like I was drinking it the whole day, which is nice. But it's so obnoxious to carry around. I think it's very funny that there are like purses that people buy to like attach to their Stanley. Yeah, and to be noted that the Stanley Cup is also like a separate sport thing, which is also very funny. Saw the TikTok of the girl who drops her water bottle and it shoots down the street. It's the neighbor's bottle now. The Stanley craze is real. My students are out here with these Stanleys that are almost as big as they are, and definitely bigger than their backpacks. Yeah, that was the article that I saw earlier, was talking about it in the context of like kids who are in school. Wild. And they had a few 40-ounce Stanleys at my work Christmas party, and they were the first prizes to go. Were they like white elephant? That's an like they're expensive. That's so funny. Yeah, it cracks me up that it's like you accessorize your water bottle. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I, for many, many years, had clean canteens. I lost one when I was doing a river float like 2 summers ago. I still have this one, but it makes a noise when you drink out of it, and you have to tip it up. There's no straw, which always kind of bothered me, but like that was what I used. And then when the Owalas came out, I was like, sold. Love it. Love the colors. Love that there's a straw. Love that you can sip or drain into your mouth. But I do wish mine was a little bigger. So I love my $14 $14 dupe. It doesn't have a handle. Yeah. Fifth graders out here roasting teachers with Hydro Flask Stanley style mugs. No, they were bought by our organization. Oh, I see. It's very much a brand thing. Super interesting to witness. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what a cultural moment that we will look back on, huh? I was cracking up about the Target employee because I guess there was like a Valentine's Day release. And it's not like there was nothing special about them except they were like exclusive colors. Maybe there was like a heart, but it was like not like a big heart. It was like a little teeny tiny heart. And this Target, because it was like a Target exclusive, a Target employee like sort of like peeks out in this TikTok from behind a shelf, and it's like people rushing, like running toward him to get to the Stanley mugs. Nuts. So I have made a muscle burr before, but I feel like the length is always what trips me up because you want it to be long enough. I guess longer is better than too short. I don't know. I just have a fun Starbucks cup, but it's too tall for our cup holder. We have a stick shift and I've been wanting a Stanley cup. Yeah, I have one of those Starbucks cups too that I like used to keep at my desk, but now I keep it next to my bed and I just like always fill it up. And I think it's cute, but I can tell it's like, it's just not for the one that I got is kind of like have a printed on design and it's like chipping and stuff. So I was cracking up when I saw someone on TikTok laminate the Stanley Cup label and put it back on the cup. I saw that too. Like, that's so weird. Mostly want one because it's big and supposedly keeps the water really cold. Yeah, that's, I can attest to that for sure. That's what I experienced when using my mom's, but also it's just very large and in charge, you know? I love this like section of the hat. It's gonna be fun to see how all the fading kind of winds up going. I feel like because everyone is so locked inside because it's winter that, but we're also at the point where like the effects of the SAG-AFTRA strike are happening and there's not a lot of new series out. So I've been like on a nostalgia kick and like watching older shows. And like introducing Kay to like formative shows that I watched like in college, which has been very funny. But we just watched an episode last night of not Skins, Misfits, which I feel like I've been talking about on the Discord maybe, and one of the characters can turn into a man, or like he's a male character, and he can like turn into a woman. That like he gets a new power, and that's what he's able to do. And it was really funny. It was a great episode. If you've never watched Misfits, it's so bonkers and early, like 2010s, and I would recommend it. I cast on a muscle burrow with your Metzcla yarn, but wimped out when I remembered how much stockinette I was signing up for. I ended up doubling it up for an Oslo, and that's almost done. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty. Yeah, it is a lot of stockinette. I kind of am enjoying it right now. I think if I have to cast on a sock, it's kind of like taking the space of a sock for me. Where I'm just knit. And I can definitely read and knit on this. So we shall see how it turns out. But I just started it last night and it's going. The 7-Eleven Big Gold Cups could take on a Stanley Cup any day. Oh my God, Chris. When I have made them, when I get to where I think I want to start the decreases, I fold it and line it where the increase stopped, and it makes it easy to try on. 19.5 inches. Okay. I've knit one muscle burn. Definitely thought I knit it long enough to fold up. It's not long enough to fold up. Okay. So longer is better for sure. Okay. I guess I can just go to the end. Like I'll just knit the entire second skein. So I will keep you updated. Kate's from Spin Cycle that she knit looked so good. So I was like, yeah, I know. I need to do it. I have a couple other colorways that would look really good, I think. But we'll see. I'm also not like a big hat wearer, but I think this would be a good project to make a bunch of for Christmas gifts next year. So we'll see how it goes. I don't think I've had the opportunity to tell that if you're watching Vlogmas, I made a little patch for Yaya's shawl because she's lost like 2 shawls and a hat. And I was like, okay, I will make you a shawl. I will make you a shawl, but you can't lose it. I will literally embroider your phone number on it and perhaps attach an air tag. But anyway, I did embroider the little tag, and she like opened it up and was like, wow, it's so beautiful, and then turned it around and started cracking up. So on the day where we went antiquing, where I tried the Stanley Cup for the first time, the same day, we went to Aurora, Oregon, which has like, I mean, it's like insane the amount of antique shops that they have. And so we're walking around, and Kay and I can only do like so much browsing even. I just get like oversaturated, and I'm just like, I'm done. I don't like this. I had fun. I found some goodies, and that was that. So they still wanted to go walk around. So I was like, I just need to like sit outside for a bit. Like this is overwhelming. So Kay and I were like kind of walking up the street a little bit, and Yaya comes like bursting out of the shop, and she goes, I can't find my shawl. And my mom is following her like, are you freaking kidding me? And and my mom's like, I'll go look in the bathroom, like you go look, elsewhere. So Yaya apparently had made a complete and total scene in the store that she was at. Started like ripping off sweaters, like pulling apart her jacket, like just trying to figure out where her shawl is. Went to the store that we had just been in and it was sitting on the ground, like fully. She had just dropped it on the ground, and she like grabbed it and was like, oh my God, this would have been like the third one that I lost or something. And comes out, and I was like, okay, she has it. And she was like, I can't believe. And then we go into the store that she had just like burst out of, and they were like, are you okay? And she goes, oh, this shot. And, you know, she's causing a scene. And I was just like, yeah, like, of course. Like, of course. So then, maybe like an hour later, we're getting ready to leave. Like, we're getting ready to take off. And she comes out of the store, and she has her shawl on. She's fully wearing it. And I look at her, and I'm like, Yaya, where's your shawl? And she like starts and is like, what? And then like looks down and sees it. And then she's like, oh, Mackenzie. And I thought that that was so funny. I basically started laughing so hard I was like crying. And Yaya was like, I can't believe. And she's like, well, actually I deserve it, but I still can't believe you did that. Yeah, I thought it was very funny. Oh, Yaya. But no other lost knit items so far that I have heard of, you know? So maybe that's something. And I still have this air tag that my mom gave me for her shawl. I didn't end up putting it in, but I will use it for maybe a hat, because I was thinking, since this is like double folded, a muscle burr would be a good place to hide an air tag in. I'm just saying it. I also think she might have deserved it, but I still like being just like a little brat with my grandma. Or as we say, I'm a traviesa or a canija. And Kay was just like, can't believe you did that to your grandma. And I was like, well, she deserved it, so. We did also talk about on this trip that my mom, Yaya, and I should like tag team making some quilts for one another. Like, we'll decide on the quilt block size. Like, I need to actually like, map out a plan because of the way that we were thinking of doing this. But I think like each of us could make 3 to 4 quilt blocks, and then we can like put it together, and I can do like sashing and a border, and then the first one that we make can go to Yaya, and then the second one can go to my mom, third one to me, so that we can have this like multi-generational quilt that we I don't know, I thought that would be a cute idea. Yeah, I call her Yaya. I know it is technically Greek. We are not Greek. I'm not sure. She called her grandma Yaya when she was a kid, and she wanted to be called Yaya too. And I'm not sure like where it started exactly or why it started, but yeah. Hello. Hope you're staying warm and safe. I'm in it with you. Gotta love the Pacific Northwest weather. Yes, my first like 10 minutes were a diatribe about how bad it's been. I hope you are also staying warm. I did make it to the grocery store today, which is quite remarkable. I did not drive. Yeah, I'm very excited about the idea of the quilt. I have a quilt that Yaya made me within the first like couple of years that I was alive. It's like ladies in a petticoat with a bonnet. It's very cute. That, yeah, I still use occasionally, but I thought it would be fun to do it all three of us, because we all make. We're all makers and crafters, and I think quilting is something that like we've all dabbled in, but none of us are like quilters, you know. But I do enjoy quilting. It's just not my primary hobby. But yeah, we'll see how that comes. I'll keep you updated for sure, because I think it would just be fun to kind of like what we were talking about was kind of giving like a color scheme. So like Yaya was like, I want mine to be pink. So like pink and white, I think, largely. And then we can just make whatever squares that we want out of that. So some room for like exploring and having fun. I have like I have one quilt top that I've been meaning to sandwich to start to quilt, and like a halfway done quilt top that was like a Halloween quilt. So it's okay that I didn't get it finished for this Halloween, but I do hope I'll make some headway on it, maybe over the summer. I haven't really sewn in my new space. I haven't figured out what that looks like here, so yeah, I gotta figure that out. We did for real watch someone, like on our way back from the store, we saw someone moving a couch upstairs with the ice the way that it is, and we were all like, like, you're braver than I am. I was in a quilt club in 5th grade, and they sent us all one square of fabric that we had to incorporate into our square. We all made the monthly square and mailed it in. The winner got all. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I feel like sewing is a tough one to have to put everything away. When I have my machine out, like a dedicated spot for it, definitely I find that I just do it more. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know the Whitmore sweater. Sounds lovely. I always like to look up what people are making though, because you never know when inspiration is gonna strike. Oh, very pretty. Oh yeah, I love it. What yarn are you using? Are you holding mohair with it? I'm part of a quilting group in town here, and all the cool ladies that attend are so knowledgeable. It's been fun. So glad you're getting into it too. Yeah, quilt guilds are like where it's at, man. Quilt and fiber guilds. I think it's like actually really hard to get into the modern quilt guild here in Portland. This is only hearsay. I've never researched it myself because I'm not really a quilter, but from what I understand, it's pretty like packed and a little political. I gave my cousin, her husband, for Christmas, I made him a hat, and he also knits a little bit, and he was like, I was like, did you like, how are you liking the hat? And he was like, your stitches are so even. It looks like a machine made it, and I didn't even block it, so. But I'm like looking at this and I'm like, she's gonna need a block, it's fine. Yeah, this is, for those of you who missed it, this is the Musselburgh, and I am participating in the knit along that Spin Cycle is hosting. And I'm using their colorway that is called Cold Comfort, which felt very apropos for the weather that we've been getting in Portland. I was like, I need some comfort. I'd prefer it to be warm, but you know what? Yeah, I was really hoping we'd be able to like walk down and get a drink at the bar around the corner that we like, but we just like still can't walk. And like I mentioned, we have some of those like grips that you put on the bottom of your shoe for when we lived in Boston, but honestly they'd be more useful here because in Boston everyone just salts the crap out of everything, so you'll get a lot of like black ice that doesn't have grit on it, especially like in the city. But people just don't have it. Like they don't think they need it, myself included. We just didn't know that it would last so long. So yeah, it's been kind of crazy. When I am not knitting, I have been playing a lot of Stardew Valley. I don't know how many of you play Stardew, but I've played it on my computer before, but I'm currently playing it on the Switch. And I'm like deep in this save that I started maybe like a couple months ago. And I've learned a lot, you know? Yeah, right? It's so good. I had to walk in the road to get my car because it was safer than the icy sidewalk. Yeah, for sure. I've been seeing a lot of people out our window doing that. Makes a lot of sense to me because the sidewalks are scary as hell. It's definitely more clicky craft for sure. We're talking about quilting. The ladies in my group are buck wild and not snobby like other guilds in town. I'm so glad you found your people, Chris. Oh, I'm glad a bunch of you also play Stardew. I'm about to speak in total gibberish for those of you who do not know, but I'm like almost at the end of year 3 and I'm just like kind of killing it. I watched Liz the Lass, who is a YouTuber, she has like 3 video series about like the first 100 days in Stardew, and then I think the first 200 days, and then like how quickly can she get to perfection. And the 3rd video was really helpful in like later game like ideas for how to make money and stuff. And yeah, I've never made so much money in Stardew. And I'm like, oh, this is nice. I think I might want to start another save, even though it's going to be painful, using the Riverlands? No, the forest farm. But we'll see. We'll see when I get bored, because I've been cultivating my Ginger Island farm and still have a long way to go there. So I am using the sport weight. I'm using the dyed in the wool, and I decided on a size 4 needle. Yeah, and that's feeling pretty nice fabric. Definitely thinking about the fact that it's going to be held double. So yeah. I played aggressively until I gave up in the desert mine. Yeah, I love Stardew. Have you heard of Traveler's Rest? Oh, I haven't heard of Traveler's Rest. I will write that down though, because I'm always looking for other like cozy games. Yeah, I just love Stardew. because there's so much to it, even though it's very like simple mechanics, there's just like a lot going on and a lot to uncover. Yeah, and I had to watch like YouTube tutorials to figure out how to get through the desert mine, so like I get it. It's takes some time to figure out, but yeah, I'm very much enjoying this playthrough for sure. Yeah, Kay and I played it like one of the first winters that it was out, because it's been out for a long time, Stardew, but it's been like updated because now there's an actual like gaming company that is, you know, working on it consistently. I think that's such a cool element of like modern day games like that, that they can update and give you more stuff to do. Ooh, I will write Garden Story down as well. Yeah, I loved Animal Crossing during 2020, but it's like there's only so much to do, you know, and then it gets very redundant. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Chris. Good night, Zaz. Bye. I've been watching some... Oh, I tried to play Cozy Grove and I just couldn't really get into it. I didn't really like the game mechanics that much. I've been watching playthroughs of Baldur's Gate, mostly because the create a character in that game is nuts. It's very cool. But it's like a game, like that's too complicated. I don't think I would like enjoy actually playing it myself. But it's interesting and very, very popular right now. I did download the Hogwarts game because it is available on Switch now, which I feel like a little... I know, it's complicated, but I really wanted to play it. And it's similar. There's just like a lot of mechanics and it's like pretty complicated. So not 100% sure that I love it. But I'm still giving it some time. Kay took Maple on a walk like last week and was like, I saw someone playing it through their window. And I was like, oh, that's probably how people feel about me. They're like, oh, she's playing Stardew. I also got some new Switch controllers for Christmas, because I had like the bright red and bright blue ones and I always thought they were ugly. So I got some like pastel purple and mint green ones and they're so cute. Kay and I played a very harrowing game of Mario Party the other night. And we both had full-size controllers, which was pretty fun. Yeah, they're like pastel, like mint green and pastel like lavender. There's like a couple of other options, but those ones were the ones that really spoke to me. And I was like, wow, my Switch is so cute. Yeah, I love Mario Party, okay? I always tell the story that like when I was, I don't know, in high school, I mean, this must have been like freshman or sophomore, or maybe like the summer in between freshman and sophomore year. I had 3 really good friends, and like on the old GameCube Mario Party, you could play like a 99 round game. It was pretty wild. So we decided to all stay up late. And I don't know, I think my mom must have been out of town because I don't know how we were up until like midnight doing this. And so we like were playing this game, and our friend went to the bathroom. And while he was in the bathroom, we all stole like a star from him each. And so he went to the bathroom and he was in first place, and he came back and he was in 4th. And it was like at the tail end of the game. We'd been playing for hours, and he just was like, are you fucking kidding me? And got out and left. He just left my house and he didn't come back. It was pretty funny. I remember making Morningstar vegetarian corn dog bites and eating lots of chips. It's a very peak mid 2000s Mario Party game. Hi Claire, how are you? How's the weather where you are? We've all just been talking about how miserable the weather is where we are. And talking about video games. Goofy, cozy games. Yeah, I do kind of want to play Stardew on my PC because I know there's like all of these addendums. That's not what they're called. They're called... Oh, not now. What happened? Okay, sorry. What are they called? They're not cheats. They're like mods. Thank you. Thanks. There's mods that you can download to make the like aesthetics better and stuff. I'm visiting family in Houston and it's the mid-50s. Lovely. Oh, I am so stoked for you. -20. Oh wait, Celsius. I mean, that's still very cold. It's still cold, but... -11 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's still fucking cold, you know? But -24 is like when your scarf that's over your face is freezing because of condensation. Yeah, you Canadians are built of tougher stuff. I guess because you have to be, but like, it's pretty impressive. When I was in Montreal, the thing that I was like so startled by, and I've talked about this before, is like all of the like tiny metal staircases up to the different apartments and how awful those must be during the winter. Crazy. Yeah, it's like when your like nose starts to run, but then your runny nose freezes. That's what's so wild. I have a down jacket that goes to my knees. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And to think I lived like most of my life where like the coldest it would get was like 60 degrees. Speaking of, I actually do want to look at like shoe things. Shoe clamps for ice and snow. Yeah, I'm so mad I don't know where mine went. Anyone have brand recommendations for those, or should I just get like the cheapest ones? I would like to just buy them once. Your eyelashes freeze from the humidity of your breath. The stairs are so bad in the winter. Crampons. Isn't it wild that that's what they're called? Sounds like a particularly bad period. Yeah, Claire, I imagine those stairs are bad. They're metal and it's like, ugh. I don't know how people do it. It's wild. I can't even do them in the summer. Oh, indoor stairs, amazing. I can't believe your toilet froze. That's wild. We've been worried about it, but our weather has been, or our house is fairly well insulated, I have learned. So it hasn't been too bad. We've been leaving our cupboards open at night so that it's not as like cold. So that's been helping too. No, we're still talking about stairs. It's fine. Crampons. I'm looking up crampons though. Oh yeah, I see. Ice cleats. And you have to select the size. I don't know, man. I'm gonna buy some for me, some for Kay, and probably a pair for my mom as well. Because this is nuts. And I don't want to be unprepared again. Because, like, we can't even walk to our car. Tell me the size guide. Anyway. I told my handyman the toilet was frozen. He asked me if I eat my toilet. Oh my god, a couple of years ago I fell down the stairs at our last apartment during the winter. Ugh. I like really hard sat on my bum one year, like trying to go downstairs on my way to work. It's falling on ice is no joke. Also, I put these away. I'm eating more. They're really good. They're really doing it for me, you know? So do you heat your toilet? We're all wondering. I have this like thing for heating like vats for indigo. So like people use it in their livestock troughs so that the water doesn't like freeze over entirely. And you like literally just plug it in and it just like starts heating up. And it's like kind of long and there's holes in it. I don't know how else to explain it. And you put it in and it just starts like boiling the water in like a in a big thing of water. And that's what I imagined you putting in your toilet when you said that. Which would be kind of concerning because it does make the water very hot. But maybe there's like a bidet that someone has that like heats up, you know? I haven't blown bubbles and seen them freeze. That sounds cool. And we have so many bubbles because my next door neighbor is my niece who is like 18 months. The dog and the niece really, really love bubbles. I don't know who loves them more, to be honest. A heated toilet seat. Hell yeah. You're living your best life. Yeah, I have a bidet, but it does not have warm water in it. My cousin has a bidet that has heated water and a heated seat. And I was like, this is next level. Bubble stuff. I think bubble solution? I think you can make some with like dish soap. But you would have to consult Google. I don't have a recipe. Yeah, I think one year that was like my cousin's like Christmas ask was for a bidet. And she didn't like pick one. She just was like, I would like a bidet. And so her grandma got her like, was like complaining. She was like, I can't believe that she asked me to buy her something that was so expensive. And she was like, what? No, they're like not that expensive. And it turns out she bought her like the super duper fancy nice one. So it like plugs in, it hooks up to hot water, cold water, and there's like a remote control, and it blow dries your, you know, down under, which is wild. I'll have to remember that, Melissa, because that sounds like a lot of fun. It'll probably be really fun, if not a little difficult to like record or photograph. I kind of want to put a progress keeper on here so that I know how far I'll go. Bidets are kind of magical. I love it. And when I travel, I like miss my bidet. Misfits is, oh, I love Misfits. Yes. Got tired of knitting on tiny needles, so cast on a crochet scarf with chunky special neuro yarn. Ugh. That would be such a fun thing to style. Loki's scared of bidets. We got ours like I'd been wanting one, and then when COVID started and everyone was panicking about toilet paper, I was like, no, I'm not feeding into this panic. I'm buying a bidet. So I bought one. Kay and I set it up, but it was like, do not turn the bidet on without like sitting on it, basically. And we were like, hell no, we are not trying this like sight unseen. So we like turned it on, and we didn't even think we were turning it on that much, and it fully squirted so strong out of the bathroom onto the opposite wall of the hallway, and we were like, hell no. We were like, oh no. And we were cracking up. And then we just got used to it. You just got to go low and slow, you know? I do understand though that like sharing a bidet seems very intimate, right? I went to a Japanese restaurant with Kay. Like, I think it was like the first night of Vlogmas, and it was like so fancy. They had bidets, but I was like, oh, I was like, I don't know. It feels weird to use a public bidet, but I got over it. It's fine. Would always rather use a bidet than not one. I feel like there should be like a BBF, best bidet friends, like a little locket that was like in the shape of a toilet or something. Anyway. Okay, I have to stop eating these. They're so sour. And it's very satisfying. Okay, I'm hiding them again. I'm glad you were all enjoying my bidet stories. Oh, I didn't put the cap. I'm putting this beautiful stitch marker. Where do I show it? Here. That is from Maria of Woolen Forest. Cozy Goth. Forest Charm. It's a kitty. Oh my god. It's so hard to show. It's a little like moonstone kitty progress keeper. Just so I can kind of see some progress as I knit stockinette for like 19.5 inches. $22 inches. I don't know. A lot of inches. I'm almost done with the little like pinky red section, which should be fun. Getting into more of the like blue grays. Maple's in trouble. I don't know what's going on, but we like haven't, like I'm telling you, we haven't been able to take the compost out because it's too icy to like get to the compost bin. The trash service was basically like, if you have double compost for next week, like we won't charge you extra for it. Crazy. Also, we finally took down all of our Christmas ornaments. Actually, Kay did it last night while I was playing Stardew Valley. But just so nice having a tree. But it's gone now. It will be out on the curb whenever we can walk down to the curb. Maybe we should just slide the tree down. It's just crazy. Yeah, I'll have to send you all the TikTok. I'll post it in the Discord of the guy just like falling down the hill. I know some people have to leave their houses, but like, it was bad. It's bad. And I've had enough friends who've like fallen and like legitimately broken their like wrists and stuff. I don't want to break my wrist. How would I knit? Oh no, you have to drive across the state. Okay, I hope you have chains. Go slow. I think people just like don't go as slow as they should, is like one of the big concerns. Oh no, my favorite is the video of the 2 runners from last year that were interviewed by the news about how it was not slick and then immediately fell. I saw one, this lady was posting it of herself and she was laughing hysterically because the news interviewed her, and then like her dog got away from her and started running and she was chasing after it through really thick snow, and the news just like put it on TV of her chasing. Oh my god. It's very funny. I will find that one too. She was laughing at herself. She was like, the news did me so dirty. She was like falling in the snow and her big old dog was like romping through it. There's this one that's going viral right now of a news lady in Portland who was like, we're Mario Karting out here, and like was sliding around. It was pretty funny. Okay. I'm gonna make like a new channel in the Discord. If you see goofy weather related TikToks, I want to see them. We should just have a TikTok channel, honestly. I'm so excited about this. Okay, I think I'm gonna start wrapping up because I can smell that dinner is being cooked and I have to pee. And yes, I am knitting a muscle burr. I'm participating in the Spin Cycle muscle burr knit along because I thought it would be fun. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I started this last night, so not doing too bad. Very excited about it. The colorway is Cold Comfort. That's the name of it, which I felt was very apropos for how cold it is. So this is like my snowed in for a week hat, which is nice. So yeah, it's pretty cute. The rest of the colors are all just like these grays and blues and some pinks in here. squeeze the skein. Had these in my stash, and yeah, they were just kind of calling to me. They're not like my usual colors. Like, I'm not a super blue girly, but you know. Apparently it's from 2014. I shared it in the random Discord. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, please. I'm gonna make a TikTok channel. I want to see your funny TikToks, because what makes you laugh may make me laugh. And what makes me laugh may make you laugh. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Maybe I'll do one of these and I'll just share TikToks. That would be kind of funny. Maybe I'll share knitting TikToks. I don't know. But I've been really enjoying these live streams. They've been making me feel a little less lonely during this week stuck at home. I hope they're keeping you company. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I'll talk soon. Talk to you in the Discord. And happy knitting. Bye.